EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks. Brandon.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. Look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Well, the next gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 30. The Seahawks at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 10 yards in a Seattle 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. Here's Walker. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll look to throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's into the hands of Edwards. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for...
And Sanders has it poked free, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
55 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Hurts, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Pushes past him. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Christian Watson
with their second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns.
After review of the play.
According to the touchdown originally, this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll try and throw for it. Buying time to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a fourth.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now. Light a fire under the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's got Dallas Goddard, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He'll look to throw, and he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. He can't hit him illegal.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we are at the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Being chased out left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Walker. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Back to throw here. Rolling to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's into the clear.
some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. Getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. The drive will start with an option going left. Nifty move. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Walker to start the drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Again, it's Walker. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 35 back to work on 2nd and 4. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a run with Walker. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete down the field to Smith. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Come on.
They'll set up a throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete.